You know that feeling, right? That deep, nagging exhaustion that a full night's sleep just doesn't touch? You wake up and you're already tired. If that sounds even a little bit familiar, well, you're gonna want to hear this.
I mean, does this just hit a little too close to home? It's this feeling of running on fumes, even when you're trying to do all the right things. It is such a frustrating cycle, and it probably points to a problem that's way deeper than just being tired.
So the first question everyone asks is, am I just not sleeping enough? I mean, we're told over and over again to get our 8 hours. But what if that's not actually the real problem? What if the answer is hiding somewhere else completely?
Well, the idea we're digging into today suggests that the problem isn't a physical one at all. It's that you are spiritually drained. And here's the way to think about it. Your brain is like a computer processor that's always running, and it's overheating because you've kind of lost the ability to cool it down.
To really make this idea click, let's look at a story from our source. Let me introduce you to Caleb. His story is a perfect example of what this overheating brain problem looks like in real life.
So on the surface, Caleb is a total success. He's a brilliant systems analyst. But if you look behind the curtain, his life is just fueled by caffeine and these little dopamine heads from his phone, from his work. And the result? By the time he gets home, he's completely wiped out. He's got nothing left for his wife. And his marriage is literally falling apart.
And here's the key. Caleb's brain is just stuck in overdrive. It's constantly processing, worrying, planning, reacting, and all of that creates this constant, low-level hum of mental noise that's just leaking his energy all day long. So of course, he's got nothing left for the things that really matter.
So how does Caleb get out of this spiral? Well, he finds a guide, a Dr. Yuki, who introduces him to this really powerful, ancient Japanese concept, and it's something designed specifically to fight this exact modern problem. It's called the art of active stillness.
The concept is Seijaku. You say it, Seijaku. Now this isn't just about finding a quiet place to hide. No, it's an internal skill. It's the ability to find and hold on to a really deep sense of calm and focus, even when the world around you is just total chaos. And it is so important to understand the difference between Seijaku and just plain old silence. Silence is passive, right? It's just the absence of noise, and honestly, sometimes it can just feel empty. Seijaku is active. It's a presence of calm that you cultivate, and that's what makes it so incredibly restorative. And get this, there's a really cool neurological reason for why this works. It helps to reset what scientists call the brain's default mode network. Now, this is the part of your brain that's buzzing when your mind is just wandering. You know, when you're daydreaming or worrying or replaying some conversation in your head. It's the source of all that mental noise. Seijaku basically gives this part of your brain a much-needed break so it can finally power down and actually recharge.
Okay, so this sounds great in theory, but how do we actually practice it? Well, Dr. Yuki didn't just give Caleb a philosophy lesson. She gave him 3 real, concrete paths to start cultivating this energy in his own life.
So Dr. Yuki's whole regimen rests on 3 pillars that all work together. It starts with the foundation, Seijaku itself, this idea of intentional stillness. Then you add in Shinrin-yoku, which is the practice of forest bathing to connect with nature. And finally, Inemuri, or strategic napping, which is a tool for recovery. Let's break down what each of these actually look like.
The starting point is a habit that sounds almost ridiculously simple. Dr. Yuki told Caleb to spend the first 10 minutes of every day doing absolutely nothing. And I mean nothing. Not meditating, not making a to-do list, not solving problems. Just sitting still. Maybe you're looking out a window. You're just letting your mind's frantic energy settle down all on its own. It's all about resisting that massive urge to instantly grab your phone.
Okay, path number 2 is Shinrin-yoku, or forest bathing. And don't worry, you don't need to go find a giant forest. It can be as simple as a walk in a local park, or even just finding a tree to sit under during your lunch break. The whole point is to consciously use your senses to connect with the natural world. You know, feeling the breeze, listening to the leaves. It's proven to be incredibly good at quieting down all that internal noise.
And finally, Inemuri. This one is all about reframing the nap. It's not a sign of laziness, it's a strategic weapon for recovery. A short 20-minute power nap can be an absolute game changer for resetting your brain and getting back that spiritual energy you need for the second half of your day.
All right, so when we boil all this down, what's the one thing you really need to remember from all this? What's the core lesson?
It's this. This quote really says it all. We live in this culture that is obsessed with trying to force energy, to squeeze it out of ourselves with stimulants and constant pressure.
What Seijaku teaches us is that real, lasting energy isn't forced. It has to be gently and intentionally cultivated.
So the real call to action here is to just flip the script entirely. Instead of constantly asking, how can I get more energy, and reaching for another cup of coffee, start asking, where am I losing energy? The first and most important job is to plug the leaks that are caused by all that useless mental noise.
So, I'll leave you with this to think about. Take a real look at your own life. Is it the constant phone notifications, the anxieties you have about the future, that never-ending to-do list running in your head? The first step to feeling truly rested isn't about adding one more thing. It's about finding and sealing those leaks. So where are you leaking energy?